"Love me 1,000th part so well as I do you," urged one woman. Another confided, "You are the first man that ever received a private letter from me." Yet a third implored, "If it ever pleases you to remember the woman who loved you the most, think of me." The evidence is right there in black and white. Women loved Benjamin Franklin, and Ben returned the favor. Whether or not these affections crossed the line into naked passion makes for an alluring mystery. Was Benjamin Franklin an incurable romantic or a reckless womanizer?
Most people that I run into associate Franklin with innumerable bastard children fathered by innumerable women that he had his way with. The woman who studied this most closely finds virtually no evidence for any of it except his one illegitimate son whom he raised.
Throughout his life, Franklin's governed by sexual passions, he says, and he tries to tame them. He tries to tame them by getting married. And in some ways he does, but he still always loved flirting with women.
Franklin always had a taste for smart women and always had a taste for intellectual exchange with smart women, as well as a taste for beautiful women.
By all accounts, Catherine Ray, also known as Katie, fit the bill. She met Ben in Boston in 1754. Soon after, they shared a carriage south through New England. The events of that trip remain unclear. The letter Katie wrote to Ben just after no longer survives. Some say Ben himself made sure that it didn't.
I think he tried to make it a romantic relationship, but she resisted. So in the end, like almost all of his other relationships, it's really a flirtation of the mind and of the heart, but not really a romantic relationship. They remain friends for the rest of their lives.
Franklin had women friends in Britain as well. During much of his tenure as a colonial agent in London, Ben took a room at this house on Craven Street. There he enjoyed the company of his landlady, Margaret Stevenson, and her daughter, Polly.
And once again, Franklin developed a very flirtatious relationship with the young woman, also a very intellectual relationship. He writes her about all of his scientific discoveries.
Polly was even among the trusted few who received a letter written in Ben's phonetic alphabet. But there may have been something more between Ben and Polly. This sketch was done in 1767 by a well-known artist after he had stumbled upon Ben and a young lady at Craven Street. The young lady's identity has never been confirmed, though she is said to be none other than Polly Stevenson.
Franklin's relation with Polly Stevenson is a puzzle we will probably never unravel. Likewise, his relation with her mother, Margaret. Whether there was something ongoingly romantic, whether they were living together in anything other than the sense that he was living in her building, who knows?
It is the period between 1776 and 1785, Franklin's stay in France, that has given rise to the most notorious tales about Ben and his girlfriends. By that time, his wife Debbie had died. Ben was on his own.